Double or Nothing happened Sunday. Let's review it.
I hurt people.
Yes, MJF. We know you're part of the Hurt Syndicate now. All right. Just chill out for a little bit. Let's make sure Bob doesn't kill you. Let's do it. Welcome to Power Driver Wrestling. I'm here with KB. I'm your host, Nick Stewart. And we're going to give a quick review of Double or Nothing, AEW's big pay-per-view before All In. And let's find out what happened, KB. You know, now we got the CEO versus Timeless Tony at All In. How do you like how those two matches went to determine that?
Yeah, I like that. You know, you got two powerhouses finally coming together, right? I mean, I think this is the first time they've actually wrestled one another, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
But yeah, I'm here for it, man. I think this is a great booking. To me, Tony Khan, I don't know what he's doing lately, but his booking has been phenomenal. And so I'm just giving a shout out to Tony Khan. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because you're certainly entertaining and you're putting good matches together. Like, this makes sense. CEO versus Timeless. Come on, man. It doesn't get any bigger than that.
Nope. Yeah, that could be the main event at All In. And we got Hangman, which I call. I ain't gonna tout that though. But I did call that. Versus Moxley at All In. How do you like the Ospreay and Hangman match? That was one heck of a match.
Man, that was a 5-star match for sure. I mean, you know, it was going back and forth. Very entertaining. You know, I love what they're doing with Hangman's character. He's kind of reflecting all the things he's done, you know, in the past. And, I mean, it's just phenomenal work from the Hanger. So if he doesn't win it at All In, I'm going to be so disappointed, because he deserves to get that belt. Moxley's held it for this long, you know, with the Death Rider. So I see Hangman winning this, you know, at All In. And good things are going to be leading it up. Of course, you know, Moxley's going to tell him, you can't beat me, Hangman. You're probably going to be drunk. You know, we're going to get some great promos. So, again, great booking, great storytelling's coming up. And, you know, this is going to be another great match at All In.
Yes, I agree with you.
Everything's bigger in Texas, and this is going to be the biggest show probably that AEW's had, you know, to date.
Right.
That's my prediction.
With you. Yeah, I agree with you. Then I want to give some props out to a wrestler that we have dogged on our show before, and I'm glad, because his in-ring work has always been phenomenal. You know, we just always dogged his mic skills and his character. But Ricochet, I love his heel character, and I hope they keep adding to it, because I'm enjoying it. He's funny. He makes me laugh. You know, he's making you hate him like a heel should, you know, be making somebody do. So, what do you think about old Ricochet?
Look, Ricochet is definitely doing some of his greatest work, and that's what I will credit to Tony. Seems like Tony is giving them more free, you know, free will or whatever, free reigns, however you want to talk about it, you know, but he's giving him more of letting him do his own thing, come into his own character. I love that he's taking the scissors to Mark Briscoe, which is crazy, you know, in itself. That was a crazy match.
Yeah.
If you didn't watch that, go back and watch that, because that was a phenomenal match as well, you know, with the ambulance, you know, him locking Briscoe up in the ambulance. But, yeah, I'm telling you, that he is doing some fantastic work. And I know they threw some toilet paper at him, you know, here a while back. But, man, he is definitely doing a great job. So,
all right. Did MJF hurt or help the Hurt Syndicate?
well, I think he helped it, and the reason I say that because it moves the storyline on, Nick. It's like, to me, that's what you want to see. You want to see the storyline of the Hurt Syndicate, going further than what it is. But we know eventually that MJF is going to turn, or even have, you know, some tension between Benjamin Shelton and Bobby Lashley, or Bob, as he likes to call him. Something's going to happen to where he breaks up that group, or something or another. But yeah, MJF, if he has his way, he's gonna do something crazy, and it's gonna
Yes.
cost that, them falling apart or whatever. But yeah, everybody's trying to warn them not to go with MJF, and they're not listening.
Nope. All right. Anything else to add from this past Sunday night?
Yeah, I would say that Anarchy match, that was a great, phenomenal match, in my opinion, as well. And I know sometimes those, 5 men can kind of get overlooked. It was kind of like their Survivor Series, right?
Right.
And so, I mean, you had you had Willow taking out, the guys. You had, Maria, taking out some of the guys, and Swerve doing this thing. So overall, man, to me, it was what you would hope for, and a lot of blood was going on as well. And like I said, to me, kudos, all of it, that whole night. I would give it a solid, probably A minus. We don't want to go A plus yet, but I would say A minus overall. That there were some matches that probably B plus, B, but overall, yeah, I'd go with A minus, because it was a great pay-per-view, and it made you look forward to Wednesday, and that's what pay-per-view should be doing. So
right. I agree with you 100%, and I want to give Tony some props just like you did. I have been enjoying AEW a lot more here lately, and so just keep up the good work, and really been enjoying it here lately. Yes, there's going to be a few things I'll fuss about, but, hey, I'm going to fuss about it in WWE too.
Well, Nick, before we go, though, I don't know if you saw the post interview about them asking why is WWE kind of going, around them. They're basically having the same promos in the same cities, with pay-per-views and different things, running them back to back.
Yeah.
And we hadn't seen that since the Jim Crockett days. That's what he even said, right? And so I think that WWE is a little bit worried about AEW, if the truth be told. And I think that's why they're buying up AAA and different things. But I think Tony Khan is coming into his own, and he's not backing down from it. So we give you a golf clap, Tony. Golf clap.
Now, I don't think WWE's worried about them, but I like when they have a good, healthy, a little healthy war going on between them. Makes wrestling a little better to me. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a little competition always makes everything a little better. So that's gonna be it for today's show. Please click that like button, that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, and leave some comments. Tell us what storyline you're liking best in AEW, and we'll see you next time. Out of here.